Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Large Scale Cirque. This is going to be the 194248, absolutely beautiful fixture. Lots of details to get into, so let's jump right in. This is going to be 51.1 inches overall height from the bottom of the fixture to where the chain begins. There's a loop at the top, 48.3 inches in diameter. This is only weighing 30 pounds. A lot of people think these are incredibly heavy because they're big. It's not quite the case. However, this is going to be shipping on a pallet by a very big truck, so we have to know where it's going to be going. If you're on top of a big tall mountain or something like that, those are little important details to tell us. So moving on from there, let's get into what's going to be shipping with this. You've got 15 feet of wire, 6 feet of chain. So if you need more wire than 15 feet, that's more than enough to get you down from a second story over a dining room table. But if you do need this, you do need more than 15 feet of wire. Just let me know that. Very easy to do that. If you need more chain, remember it's going to ship with 6 feet of chain. You can use as little as one piece if you really had to, or as much as you want, right up to that 15 feet. Chain has a seam on the side so it can open and close. Your installer is going to have a tool that can do that. And we do sell additional chain. Usually comes in 36-inch increments. I'm not sure on this one if it's actually 60 on this, but we can find out together. Moving on from there, let's get into one little other detail. It's going to be hanging from a 5 1/4 inch canopy. This is all going to be the same finish as the fixture, just so you know. And this is going to go over your standard junction box with no problem at all. Remember, it only weighs 30 pounds, so you might want to just make sure you put in a fan box, which is just going to be a heavier duty version of this, and you should be fine. So I want to talk about more. Let's get into that. I want to touch a little bit on the finish thing that I mentioned a minute ago. A lot of people, when they look at these Cirques and they look at the inner part of the curved forged part, and they see like maybe it's more golden than the rest of it, or it's a different color, a lot of people think that that is the case, but it's really not. So what happens is that curved part is kind of like this, and it's catching the brunt of the light from the bulb, and that's going to act like a like a mirror almost, and look different than the rest of the fixture. But in reality, the whole fixture is finished in the same finish. So that's just a little tidbit to keep in mind. Let's talk about this bulb. And there's 12 of these, don't forget, so you can get a lot of light out of this. Hubbardton says that this is going to be maxing out at 60 watts per socket, and that's going to be for an incandescent bulb. A lot of you guys are going to want to use LEDs, which I think you should. There are tons of different LEDs that you can put in this. This is a clear one. This is also a clear one. You can put in frosted if you wanted to. That's going to act a little bit like a diffuser, so you don't really see the filaments inside. When you get into LEDs, they don't generate a lot of heat, they don't pull a lot of electricity, so there really is no max. But the bulb I would expect you'd want to put in is going to be this type B kind of torpedo shape. You can also get this in a flame tip, which I think is going to be really pretty in this, and I've seen that before. Don't forget, you've got 12 of these, so you don't have to go to 60 watt equivalent. You could probably do 40 watt equivalent or even 25 watt equivalent. I would think that you'd probably want to do the 40 watt equivalent LEDs, and then put them on a really good dimmer so you can dim them down. It is a dimmable fixture. Put it on a good dimmer that's set up for LEDs. That's going to be really important so you don't get a flicker, okay? And that can sometimes happen with those older dimmers. The other thing is you can choose your colors, don't forget, of the light coming down on you. I tend to like the warmth of an incandescent bulb from our youth. Remember these guys from way back? That's going to be 3000 Kelvin warm white. Remember we used to buy those warm white light bulbs? So remember, 3000 Kelvin is going to be that warmer light. That's the light that's coming down on me from these LEDs above me, which are 3000 Kelvin. Some people like the whiter it's called daylight, but it's also kind of like that hospital doctor's office light. That is 4000, 5000 Kelvin. So when you guys are really looking for bulbs and you're in a hardware store, or if you're online, just really zero in on those numbers. 4000, 5000 Kelvin is going to be the white light, doctor's office daylight. 3000 Kelvin is going to be this very nice warm glow, which is going to be a warm white. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video. So scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads laying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.